Hi, it's Juliet here, and I hope that you can hear me and see me okay because the Wi-Fi isn't very good where I am. I'm actually sat outside my wonderful place in France, and I've just arrived here to run a healing retreat, and it's just so completely peaceful here and so profoundly healing. I don't know where to start. Sun is very wonderful and it's coming up and it's bright, and so I was trying to sit with the camera in the right place and hopefully that you can hear and we get a Wi-Fi connection. So when I come here I always get a lot coming up for me, and last night I had a dream which surprised me, and it relates to really quite severe trauma that I had as a young woman. And in the dream I was really distressed because I was looking for my baby, and there was this baby that was my baby, and somebody else had the baby and was feeding it and was looking after it, and I couldn't get to her. I couldn't take care of her. It's like everything was blocking me. And the dream went on and on and on, and there are different people coming in, and it's like this intense anxiety that I was having. That's like, I want my baby, I really want my baby, I want to feed my baby, I want to take care of my baby. And there's, in the usual dream-like fashion, kind of convolutions and going down passages and trying to get through dead ends, and all the time people were blocking me and not letting me through. And it was just anguish, and I woke up and I was shaking and just like complete anguish and agony. And I was really surprised when I woke up because instantly I recognized what this was about. And it's fascinating. I mean, this is the trauma piece. It's fascinating how this trauma can sit in your body for a lifetime, these experiences, and even though we get on with life and think it's okay, it's there and it can erupt. So I think the quietness and being here somehow triggered and brought this up. So it relates back to this really extreme experience that I had as a young woman, that I lost my first two children. My first two babies died, and then my third one was taken away from me. And I know that after that time I had such an intense anguish. I had like 10 years of desperately wanting a child. And then eventually that was healed, and I did, and I have 4 wonderful children today. And so just if those children are watching, I just want to say, as they already know, I'm sorry for all those times when I'm just like a bit too much and over the top as a mum, and a bit too clingy and things. And the other thing I realise is, and have realised for a very long time, that when that kind of trauma sits in your nervous system, it's a lot of fight or flight energy that's driving you all the time. And for me, it's driven me in terms of being a bit of a workaholic. And like the intensity of the energy is that you need to get it out in some way. You need to channel it, otherwise it becomes completely overwhelming. I've got an orange band come up on my phone. I don't know if that means I'm losing connection, so hopefully not. So this weekend, after I had the dream, I just woke up. I woke up and then I had a message from somebody who's at the Gabor Mate conference in Ireland. And I've got 4 students there this weekend, which is really amazing that people are finding him. He's the expert on attachment disorder, attachment trauma, having himself gone through big attachment issues due to the Holocaust and so on. And he's really put in the work out, and it's really important that work is put out to people. Sorry, I'm a bit inarticulate this morning. So coming back to my own dream and my own realisation that this trauma is transgenerational, and that this thing about losing my baby didn't start with me. it started with my mother, and that my own mother was forced to leave me. So this was my original attachment damage. She was forced by her parents, this was post-war, a lot of poverty, and she was forced to leave me. She'd split up from my father, and she was forced to put me over the wall of his house and go away and leave me because she had another baby, and it was too much for the family to try and support her to take care of two babies. So that left an incredible attachment wound in me. And there was this anguish and hunger in me my whole life for connection. And then I wanted to have children, and then my children were then taken away. And so you see, even unconsciously, even without design, that somehow this trauma just repeats itself until we can become conscious and we can start doing the healing. And although I had the dream last night, it was just reminding me and making me aware of the intensity of that energy that can suddenly be there in my system. I'm not in the anguish state and the unconscious state that I was in my life prior to the healing work that I did. I know that going back into my 30s, my late 30s, that it was so intense that I would just go into a total freeze mode. I would totally shut down and disconnect. That's a cyclist going down the road, if you heard that word. Yeah, I would just totally disconnect and black out even. I would go into such a state of complete overwhelm and numbness and completely black out. Or else the rage would come and I would just want to break and destroy everything around me. So that's a long time ago, and it's kind of led me to do the healing work that I do and to really work with trauma and know that it's really, really, really important. And just suggesting to you that you follow up on Gabor Mate, because he's got some amazing information about attachment damage, and that also you have a lot of compassion for yourself, because we're all affected in different ways, and for your parents and for your loved ones. And that for many years I didn't understand the pain that my own mother must have gone through, because it caused her to try and protect herself in whatever way that she could unconsciously. That's what the nervous system does, it puts us into a numbness. So she didn't have the capacity to really understand what was happening because of that pain. So, saying goodbye to you. Email me if you have any questions or any interest in what I'm sharing, and wishing you well, and yeah, blessings, and have a lovely day. Okay, bye for now. Bye. I got to try and turn this off now. Bye. Oh, I haven't done it.